My question is though, should he be stripped of the captaincy, not sacked? I don't think he'll be sacked because.
I think he will be stripped of the captaincy, but I think he should be sacked, and just no one should buy him.
Why on earth is he the captain anyway?
Because he's good on Twitter. He quotes Nietzsche and Camus. They're pretty big philosophers. I don't know if you've heard of them.
That's why you're not the captain of QPR.
QPR, because I don't quote Nietzsche enough.
Like, you should be going on Wikipedia and looking at quotes from Nietzsche and Camus every single day, just in case it's updated, and then copying that, put it in your Twitter, and then writing "fuck off Alan Shearer" at the top. That's what you should be doing.
I did quite like what he said to Gary Lineker.
What did he say? No, go on.
He basically implied that if Gary Lineker didn't close his mouth, he would shame him for various things that everyone thinks that they know about Gary Lineker,
Amazing.
but have somehow not ever appeared in the papers.
Joe Barton's like Julian Assange.
Shut the fuck up. It was good that.
He is like Julian Assange.
And that's a mask, and that's where he's hiding.
No, I think he's noticed that Assange has sort of faded away into, not obscurity, but definitely away from the limelight. And Barton can set up a Tumblr. And
when I first heard about WikiLeaks, I originally thought it was some kind of 101 great pieces of urination. And Joey Leaks would actually, it could just be, I'm kind of now just picturing him standing there pissing on things.
Joey Leaks is just his Twitter feed. That was awful. Right, next up, Paul Scholes at the Euros.
No, I don't want to see him hang around with them.
What?
Yeah,
you don't want to see him fraternise.
I've actually got a prop for this.
Oh, nice one. Shall I do the link again?
Yeah.
Shall I just do it with the shit joke I tried?
Yeah,
as well.
What number does he have now?
2018.
That's his original one.
Yeah.
It's come back. That's
I rescued that from a Tel Aviv thrift shop.
I've got a Peter Schmeichel one, but in Denmark 1992 colours.
My friend was on Watchdog because of this. He had a go at, was it Sainsbury's that brought them out? And they basically, because you get them in a, did you used to get them in a pack of 3?
I just found this in the Tel Aviv thrift shop. There was Gary Neville there as well.
Really?
And I left him there because I was angry about his pro-Glazer stance at the time, so I thought you could fucking well stay.
You used to get 3, I think you used, really? You used to get 3 in a pack and you could collect them, and my mate was so pissed off that he always used to get Gareth Southgate in a pack. You get like 5 swaps and it was just beyond the pale. So he went on Watchdog. He complained. He wrote to Watchdog.
Is that not like complaining you don't win the lottery?
No, it's complaining that they are unscrupulous with their Gareth Southgate promoting.
Was it around the time of Euro 96?
It must have been, yeah. It must have been.
So is it before he missed the penalty or after? So is it like someone's just got a job lot of Gareth Southgate to go on them?
Yeah. I had the same thing though. I used to get John Scales all the time in Premier League stickers 95 to 96.
John Scales, is that what you wear a toilet on?
Good. Very good.
Come on.
Excellent. Talking about John Scales, should John Scales go to the Euros in any capacity?
If Paul Scholes doesn't.
In what role would John Scales make?
Let's do this again.
John Scales is one of those people whose players whose names are verbs.
Yeah.
Like John Scales.
Cool. Nicky Butt.
Nicky Butt.
What's 2?
What way is butter?
To butt.
Oh,
to butt.
I thought you meant
Wordsmith.
Gentleman of the press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've not been eating your croissants, that's why. It limits your word power.
Alright, well we could start. Should Paul...
I would hope that Paul Scholes doesn't go because he's clearly got better things to do than hang around with that bunch.
I think he's just calm on the ball.
England don't
he
have
hit
a
the post. He hit the post against Sunderland. That was good, wasn't it?
That was
Imagine if that went in.
Imagine.
Then he'd go to England.
Go to England. Paul Scholes in the middle is like having a good player in England surrounded by a load of shit. So it's completely pointless. You
there's what?
Shit players. So there's two banks of 4.
It's not exactly
right,
forward
it's going to be 2
thinking.
banks of 4. It's Mr. Roy. It's going to be 2 banks of 4.
Yeah.
But see, I don't think it is. I think it'll be 4-3-3 because he's not enough of a moron to see that you can't win an international tournament. Well, if you're England, you do need to have
England,
3
midfielders.
But who are you going to? If you have Paul Scholes,
well,
who's going to be clever enough to play with him?
Parker
Tom
and potentially
Cleverley.
Deacon Sackles aren't going to be there. Carrick and Cleverley. You could play Carrick, Cleverley and Scholes.
And Cleverley won't go because he's dead.
It's not played.
Barron. Barry will probably be in the
Parker's
team.
out, isn't he?
It'll be Barry, Gerrard, and Scholes.
Real Coker.
Wow, that's quite a
If
depressing.
you have Lampard and Scholes, does
Lampard
that
will
work?
What? For what?
Just-
Work in what way?
Just as two people in midfield. Does
Oh,
that
right.
work?
We've picked someone and they're there. And they're going to do midfield things. But
Yeah.
slowly.
What? That was a question.
No, it won't work. Didn't work 8 years ago.
What will work?
Nothing.
Right, but it didn't work.
So then
Partly
why-
didn't work
why-
8 years
why
ago because they
Sonny
played.
why
They played
Sonny-
4-4-2, which does make a bit of a difference. And Scholes was on the
I
left.
think you find it was 4 Diamond 2.
I can't even remember. Okay, what's 4 Diamond 2?
They played a Diamond.
I suppose who's at the bottom?
Gerrard.
Gerrard.
Yeah.
So that's Scholes there.
That's the Diamond.
Yeah.
And
So
Scholes was kind
is
of...
that a Newcastle player?
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
who's
Kieran Dyer.
right? Fine.
Dyer was in that squad.
Actually looks in quite good nick.
Yeah. Is this now zonal marking?
Yeah, so if we have Scholes here,
Yeah.
What's the context of this here? Where's the rest of the
Well,
team?
this is...
That's Samuel Heskey there.
yeah,
It's Michael Owen. Good. Oh, that was fun satire.
yeah.
Right, so we're pretty. We don't know about Paul Scholes. What about Gary Neville as a in the coaching staff? That's quite a good move, I think.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about it because he's never coached before.
Yeah, but he's really good on Sky Sports.
But you can hear that he
yeah,
like
Sky Sports on.
he's played for
Sounds
Spurs.
great. Souness.
Yeah, true.
Right, but being good at managing, being good at coaching are different. And I think the thing with Neville is that he's not that able. So if you've got, say, even someone like Paul Scholes, he might not be a good coach because explaining to someone how you can hit a pass from here to over there is quite hard. But presumably it's just something that comes naturally to you.
Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Neville has had to think quite hard about how he plays. Like he's playing a particular player, team. How's he going to adjust his game to cope with them? Because he wasn't that good, and he's also quite a good talker. But I don't know. The only thing I suppose is like, will he be able to will he lay into people on Sky in the way that he would like to? If there are also people who he's trying to coach and tell that they're good, is he going to sit there and say, well, actually they were gashed today?
Probably.
Well, it just depends how much of a voice he was in the dressing room at United and whether he can replicate that for 3 weeks in the summer.
It's hard not to think that everyone just thought Gary Neville was a bell end, but a really good right back.
He
So-
might,
so
what
we'll
if he
look-
just coaches Glenn Johnson? That's fine, isn't it?
This is how you steal toilets from VHS from home base without getting
Laugh
caught.
about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure he's going to be a good head in
Yeah,
the
it's
dressing
pretty
room.
clever.
I mean, he'd be someone. I mean, he would be someone who you would think, well, when Fergie left, there aren't that many outstanding candidates. I'd rather take a risk personally on someone like Gary Neville than on fucking David Moyes.
Yeah.
Really.
Who
No, I don't want to fuck David
your
Moyes. But,
Dalglish?
Yeah.
This is an obvious one.
Would you take him at United?
as what?
I think the player that Manchester
Can you make the
United
team?
need this summer is Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
It would work
Why? Explain why.
because Rooney's a number 9 now.
Yeah.
Suarez is a number 10. There you go.
That's the explanation of that?
That's
You do-
mathematics.
You do the math. You do the math.
Try it with the aid of the...
Right.
box.
We've got something that's white for Suarez.
Yeah.
This is Suarez. No, it doesn't work. There's Rooney. There's Suarez.
It's so simple now.
But-
taking the goals over here.
If you've got two banks of
No,
four,
the goal's probably over there.
because they all
actually.
play in two banks of four is what? 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. It's all two
There's
banks
also
of
a
four.
1-1-1-1 as well.
Let's not talk about Phil Brown. It's between the lines.
Right.
Maths.
Yeah.
Right. Where are the lines?
And geometry.
There's a line you've already etched into the table there. That's curving run. Who's
What
running
are you
that?
saying about my table?
That's Stuart
Come
Downing.
into my house.
That's Stuart Downing just running her in.
Get
Like
it,
that.
cross it.
And there's an alleged woman there.
Yeah. She's an alleged woman, or
An
she's
alleged-
she's an alleged woman.
She's an alleged woman. That's all we can say. Right, I've got another question about a league close to my heart, the Championship. West Ham Blackpool, the
Yeah.
most expensive game in English football to watch.
Yeah, the most...
It's
yeah,
not
to
the most
watch.
expensive to watch. Most,
Yes, I paid £700 to watch.
Why?
Just like clerical error. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Swansea, I paid £35.
I'll say £71.
You paid £71.
Yeah.
I paid £50 for
What do you-
Saturday.
No, for Hull versus Bristol City. We were talking about the most expensive.
I
game.
paid 35 last season.
So tell us
really
about
high
it.
up.
What do you want to know?
What would you like us to know?
West Ham are definitely going to win.
No.
There's no way
No.
they're not going to win.
Yeah,
They are definitely.
it's your
gonna win.
game to lose.
Blackpool quite sharp on the break, actually. I mean, I watched a bit of them recently.
Did you watch them against Southampton in that televised game?
Yes.
No.
That was what I'm saying is you're right in that.
No, they're not bad, but Jacob supports West Ham, so we should all say they're definitely going to win. There's no way he won't be in the Premier League next year, Jacob.
Well, they've beaten them 4-0 and 4-1 this season, and one of those games was without a goalkeeper. So it's West Ham's to lose, which means, yeah, pretty much they're going to lose.
Who would you rather see as a neutral out of Ian Holloway or Sam Allardyce in the Premier League?
Ian Holloway's irritating.
So,
Sam Allardyce is the total
irritating,
cunt.
Yeah.
And that's slightly different. So, I mean, it's not just that. I mean, there's lots of reasons to dislike West Ham.
James Corden and Russell Brand both support West Ham.
There's
Who supports Blackpool that is similar to them?
No one supports
know,
Blackpool, they can't sell out their tickets.
True, but they're a good away day.
Jimmy Armfield.
it is a good away. I actually recently went to Blackpool,
Mm.
not to watch the football, and
You have to what was that for?
West Ham's not a good away day.
Why?
Well, you just get stuck in the tube around Upminster and
Upminster.
yeah, I went the wrong way, Clara.
it's expensive. West Ham, unnecessarily expensive, and it also has those seats that face the wrong way if you're in the away end. So
What do you mean they face the wrong way?
Face the wrong way. They face
Seats,
the walls.
That's your fault. You turned around.
the rows are sort of bent round. It's so you find if you stand straight, you're looking away from the pitch. There you go.
Have you been to West Ham recently?
I've never been to, but I have gone all the other way on the central line to.
All the way to Northolt, not that
Plaistow.
way.
Plaistow.
Plaistow.
Oh, you mean the district in town?
Districts. I thought you were talking about all the way along the central line towards White City and
No, I
Shepherd's
went-
Bush.
Yes, that way. I went all the way there.
So you've been all the way that way towards QPR.
Yeah, and I picked up a sofa.
Cool, man. That's
heavy.
good.
Yourself?
That's where you get those muscles from.
That's excellent.
Right.
The muscles from Hustles.
So why did you do that? Was you going to watch West Ham and you got the wrong train?
I needed a sofa.
Were you
Ah,
going? You
cool.
went specifically for a sofa.
Sofa.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you? How'd you get it back?
This is what's stupid about it, is we went there and then we put it in a van and someone else drove the van. We could have just sent the man with the van.
Good
Did you get in vans?
Why?
He's got a bit of. He doesn't fly.
A van is not a plane.
No, I know, but you're never sure with people. Like sometimes it's just general modes of transport rather than one mode of transport in particular.
yeah.
Dennis Burkham never gets a van.
No.
Bergkamp once heard
It's
someone
like-
at West Ham telling his plane was outside. He shot them the filthiest look I've ever seen a footballer give a fan before.
I once. This is hilarious. I asked Chris Armstrong before United Spurs game if he fancied joining me for a spliff around the back.
What did he say?
He didn't really say anything.
Wasn't his
He
nickname
gave me a
Coco
look
Pop?
like, you fucking moron. What, because of that thing on his nose?
Yeah, he had a mole on his nose or some sort of wart, or like he was looked like a witch,
I
like
think
an urban witch.
He destroyed United once, didn't he?
destroyed his. Did he?
Yeah.
I
New
think
Year's Day.
I was there. I remember this is another one.
Him and Raul Fox.
Swearing at Ronnie Rosenthal in Hebrew as he went to take a corner.
How did he react?
Was he surprised?
Just indifferent.
What did you say?
I think I can't remember exactly what I said. Like the kind of standard insult in Israel is Ben Zona, which
Benzema.
it means your mum's a whore. But you would use it in the same way you would use like wanker, where you don't, when you call someone a wanker, you don't actually mean you play with your willy. Yeah, it's just the word. So yeah.
That was nice of you.
Well, I like to make the foreigners feel at home.
Mm.
Let's see what's wrong with that.
Like Suarez.
Yeah, exactly. But he didn't speak to ever in French. If he'd have said it in French, then perhaps he would have been feted for his local knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I move on to something else? Or you have
That
a
was
good
the
We could just stop.
That was a chat.